Welcome, Virgo Libra, to your March Astrodice reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Okay. Virgo Libra, what is going on with you in March? Ooh. We have the North Node in Virgo in the 4th house. Bring down a little bit so you can see them. Okay, good. Alrighty, friends, let's see. I do not have a North or South Node card, so we use Vesta over here because she is talking about the sacred spiritual center. And of course, the North and South nodes are talking about that karma. The North node is talking about the karmatic goals that you're trying to get to, trying to, get past the bad ones, getting to the good ones, working on the good ones, things of this nature. Okay. So then we have Virgo over here, which is the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So kinds of good stuff going on there. So doing it Virgo style, your style, right? A piece of yourself over here, really bringing in that Virgo energy. Love that. And it's going straight to the 4th house. So we're talking about your home and the roots of your being. So talking about your family, your house itself, the place you dwell, your mother, your father, your roots, your domestic life and family. Like I said, the house itself, maybe you're renovating, things of this nature. Okay. Your house is your roots, right? It's your foundation. Okay. So getting straight into the situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, the mid-month, and the end of the month. Okay, so working on karmic goals, Virgo style, in the 4th house within your own roots of being. Okay. Clarify what's going on with Virgo in the beginning of the month, please. Virgo, Libra. Virgo, Libra. Virgo, Libra. 10 of Swords. Something is painstaking already. Feeling like you have the 10 of Swords, feeling like you're kind of pushed against the wall right now. Someone's got you pushed in a corner. Something's not going your way. Something of this nature. Let's see what's going on. Queen of Swords. Could be dealing with Gemini. Sorry, friends. Hold on. It feels like I have to sneeze. Okay. The wind has been blowing so hard over here. My allergies are just going crazy. Okay. So Queen of Swords. So it's this communication. The way that I feel like the way that this person is talking to you, while you have the 10 of Swords, is very relaxing. And I feel like even though you have the 10 of Swords, you're feeling as relaxed as you can and trying to keep calm within the situation. You're trying to keep your humbleness within you. So I do feel that within your karmic goal over here, you're holding tight to this 10 of Swords deep down, but you're trying to keep the painstaking air down as much as possible by keeping yourself relaxed, comfortable, and humble. And I do feel you also have this other person around you who could be doing the same thing, and maybe they help you keep yourself humble. Like I said, you might have a Gemini around you who, is helping you out in the beginning of the month. 2 of Swords, they might be helping you look at different options in different directions, helping you look at things from a different point of view, trying to really get you out of the 10 of Swords is really what it feels like. Four of Swords, just that there's that rest and relaxation, knowing that you're trying your hardest to pull out these swords. 5 of Cups. It could be that there was some kind of unrequited love that was going on. And maybe you realize that there was someone around you. Maybe this Gemini you love, and they're just not giving you the love back that you really want. It could be that maybe you told them that you had feelings for them and they couldn't show it back. But you're just trying to be humble and cool about it, right? For others of you, you might be in, I just keep feeling in the fourth house, I just feel like there's something going on and somebody made a bad decision. There was a bad judgment call one way or another, whether it was with another person. Maybe you made your own bad judgment call, my friends. Maybe you did something that gave you Five of Cups. Maybe it disappointed you. Maybe you made a decision that ended up a bad judgment call in the beginning of the month. And now you have to, try to get around it. Maybe even if you even told this person that you like them, in the fourth house. And they didn't take it. Maybe you felt that was an unwise call. Maybe you felt like you were going to lose a friend. Maybe they're like, maybe you guys live together in the same roof, right? And they're supposed to just be your friend. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but it does feel like you made a bad judgment call. And if it wasn't you, then it was them. It really feels like yourself, you guys. You got all these swords, unless you're literally dealing with another person, because it's a general reading. It could be someone else, but for now I'm going to say it was yourself. You made a bad judgment call. It was something that you were supposed to do that you're thinking twice about at this time with the Two of Swords. It just feels like I'm thinking twice about the decision I made, the decision I might have said. I probably shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I'm thinking twice about that now. So in the mid-month, the King of Coins, the Six of Coins, and the Six of Swords. Just like you're moving on. It feels like you made some kind of karmic payload over here. It feels like, however it is, the King of Coins over here, it feels like you're being very humble and they're kind of humble too, but it does feel like maybe they're carried a charity case. Why do I feel that? Okay, you guys, somebody have someone's living in their house, in your house. Maybe you had said something to them like, clarify on the King of Coins. Why do I feel like the King of Coins over here, it could be a Taurus or something, but why do I feel like they're lazy and you made a judgment call to them to get up off their butt and do something? Because it feels like you're a charity case. It feels like I'm always giving to you. You don't bring in anything to the household. That's for somebody, and that's actually, it feels like a lot of people. This person's like taking advantage of you, and you had made an unwise, what you believe, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have said that to them because it gave me Ten of Swords, like they came back at you. But it does feel like this person is a little lazy. They don't have a job. Maybe they haven't looked for a job for a while. And you're pretty much kind of give them the whole get a job scenario, and they came back at you. And now you're kind of, man, I wish I wouldn't have said anything. I should have just left it alone. But you do feel like they might be a charity case to you. Two of Staffs. Seven of Staffs. Now they're challenging you. Either they're challenging you or you were challenging their position of not having a job, not doing this, not doing that. It's actually causing bad karma. That's why the karma is coming up here. It's causing karmic chains between the two of you in the end. Yeah, with the Five of Coins upside down. it's really depressing because it does feel like you're giving an awful lot to them and they're really taking a lot from you. And in mid-month, it doesn't feel like they're doing much more except for challenging the position of you being in control of the fourth house. Feels like with the Two of Staffs, there's this kind of push that you need from the universe to get going on whatever goal you're working towards with a challenge. And I just don't feel like they have the same push that you have at mid-month, because it feels like you're working towards the goal, you're working towards your success, you're paying your bills, doing the things that you need to do, Virgo, Libra, and it doesn't feel like they're really doing anything except for causing this chains, linked chains of karma on your fourth house. Feels like they're, you know, and I do feel like they're kind of maybe even challenging your authority of, you know, you're like, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. And they're really challenging you over here. Page of Coins, you know. It almost makes me feel like they're like, you know, challenged to get a job. Maybe they're even telling you that, well, nobody wants to hire me, you know, I can't find a job. You know, I've been texting people and sending out my resumes, and it's a challenge for me to, you know, get hired, but it's all fabricated and you know it. And that's why it feels like, even though you feel like you jumped and said something, you're still kind of, you know, in the beginning of the month, you felt like maybe you should have held back. Maybe you shouldn't have said anything at this time. But it also feels like with the moon over here upside down is telling this is all fabricated. They haven't been really looking for a job. It doesn't mean they didn't look for a job. It's just the way they're trying to make you sound, or make it sound like the way they're looking for a job is all fabrication. It's not true. Okay, it's not true at all. And you completely know this. You know this is fabricated. This is not real. And it almost feels like you're saying, well, you know what, I'll write you a resume and I'll help you out. Have you thought about that, right? You're trying to take the strength over here for anything that's unexpected that might pop up. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of you think that something unexpected is just going to pop up. You know? And that's them coming back with love and strength with the Five of Swords. But you're not really wanting to take this right now because it's like, well, you're showing me the love and you're showing me this and that. And yes, it's getting back to the way that it's supposed to be. In a lot of ways, it looks like the relationship itself and the unity at the end of the month is really trying to strengthen itself. But you still see that they're kind of fabricating stuff and you're still not happy with the way that things are going. Because it does feel like you're doing all the work while they're watching, you know, football or, you know, whatever they're doing, right? Netflix, sitting around watching Netflix all day. With the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Coins, it just feels like the focus that you would like them to have is a little bit more than what they're giving you. I mean, it does feel like there even might be kind of, every time you talk about this, they're kind of building a wall. They don't want to talk about it. Yeah, they definitely don't want to talk about this. They're definitely building a wall away from you. Yeah. And you would just like them to be a little more focused. And it does feel like, yes, every time that you do bring this up, it does bring in the King of Swords upside down. And you knew that it was going to cause havoc. Somewhere within you, you knew that even though you talked nice and humbly and diligently and beautiful to them, because of the reaction that they had towards you in the beginning of the month, it really pushed them kind of away from you in a lot of ways towards the end of the month. But the good thing is, towards the end of the month, they're going to reunite with you, whether you guys are friends or this is your husband or your spouse, your kids, whoever it is, you are finding the unity again. It's just that once you bring that up again, now it's just going to be more of a brick wall. You're not going to have the backlash kind of thing that you had before where it was like, whoa, maybe I should have just been quiet about that. I'm thinking twice about even saying anything. And it does feel like they're now just, they've got their own wall up. Because they're going to keep telling you that they're looking and focused on getting this job. But with the King of Swords upside down, guys, that's not good. Right? That's not good at all. That's telling you no. Hello? Okay? It's unfavorable. Why is it unfavorable? Because you know that you don't trust them. Okay? And what they're trying to say they're doing. Okay? And you're just going to end up getting yourself conflicted and caught within their own opinions, their own fabricated stories, lies, stories, however you want to see that. It's not exactly what it is. And it doesn't mean 100% that they didn't go out and try to find this job or do whatever it is that they're supposed to do in the house. Who knows? Maybe it's not even getting a job. Maybe they're supposed to be renovating the house, right? Because I do see a lot of renovating in here as well. Maybe they're supposed to be getting up and they're supposed to be finishing that bathroom. Okay? And all the boxes are still sitting there. The toilet is not put in. The sink is still sitting unfinished. And they're telling you, well, I was working on it little by little today. And you're like, bullshit. Nothing's changed. Right? I mean, literally, this, the toilet in there has already got dust on it because it's been sitting there for a month. If you would have touched that or done something to it, I would see your streak of your hand in the dust. So you're diligent enough to know and smart enough to know that nothing in that bathroom has changed, right? The door hasn't even been opened. There's dust on the doorknob, right? So, I mean, anything in every way you want to see it, you know that they're not being truthful. And it was like you brought it up and then it caused this havoc and you're like, God, I shouldn't have said anything. God, I didn't know it was going to go that way. Just forget it. Jeez. So then you try to bring it up again and they're like, sorry, watching football. Can't hear you. Right? So it's something like that. Because I do see that too. I really do. That they're just like in laze mode. Look at that. And it's not saying lazy. There's not really one card in here that's 100% lazy. It's more like, yep, kind of on vacation over here, doing what I want to do. They're just too cool, too relaxed, right? They're just like, yeah, I got what I'm doing. Yeah, I got that. And you're like, procrastination. I mean, I see more procrastination cards than I see real 100% lazy. But yeah, and I do. I see them just kind of, this is them watching TV all day. Literally 100, right? It's like I get home from work and this is where you are. I go to work, this is where you are. Do you ever move out of this chair? No. So, and yeah, it's going to be like that all month. And it just feels like they're just really don't want to do anything. And it feels like it started last month, the end of the month. Something happened. Maybe Valentine's Day, everything was going great. And then all of a sudden it was just like, the energy just fell and they don't really want to get up to do anything. They're just kind of sitting in their own ways over here. Yep, I'm going to get to it. Making up stories again, huh? So, okay, friends. That's the way it is this month. Peace and love to you. And remember, if this doesn't resonate with you, go ahead and watch your regular sun sign, rising, moon, or Venus, okay? Because it can't resonate with everyone. I wish it could. But until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.